In today's video, I will be talking about Attack of the Clones, being one of George Lucas's best and worst films, as well as a full explanation at the end as to why. Also, if you're not subscribed, all you have to do is hit a little subscribe button. It's free and helps me out so much, so definitely consider subscribing. With that being said, enjoy the video. Attack of the Clones is probably one of George Lucas's most hated films. It's no secret why Attack of the Clones wasn't well received by the fandom. It barely juggles all the plot lines, not to mention kind of the CGI, and oh my gosh, it's wonderfully crafted dialogue. I'm kidding, the dialogue feels like a 4-year-old recording itself playing with Teletubby toys. In other words, it's dog... Relax, I was gonna say dog water. Attack of the Clones isn't just a movie with bad CGI, bad dialogue, and many other bad things. It also tells a very impressive story, and although it doesn't do a great job at juggling different plots, it does do an interesting job at not only having but exploring a vast amount of story plots. Also, by the way, my favorite part is how George brings all the plots together on Geonosis. But you might be asking why I'm crapping on this film and also admiring it. Well, if you must know, that's my clever, and also long, segue into today's video, which is why Attack of the Clones is not just a messy and kind of bad film, but also a very nicely crafted and somewhat fantastic film. And in my opinion, that's why this is one of George's best and worst movies. It's so weird and dumb and awesome that I think the best word to describe it would be unique, or even special, which is actually what the doctors would call me. Anyways, like I was saying, it's a bit bizarre that George could even make such an amazing and yet dumb movie. It's like if you teleported a really raunchy old movie from the 80s to the current day and it was directed by Christopher Nolan. But there's something so important to all of this, and it's only one word. How? To fully understand how the movie works, we have to look at its creator, George Walton Lucas Jr., born May 13th, 1944. Growing up, young George was always a bit different than other kids. He liked to go out to parties, hang out with friends, and be reckless. Okay, maybe he was just like other kids, but like he said himself, he was just a normal kid doing normal things. But he didn't know that there was going to be a place in the world where he wasn't just a normal kid, but an incredibly gifted kid. This place, of course, would be film. A place where George could be creative, free, and most importantly, himself. The thing that sets George apart from other normal directors and creators is the way he creates for himself. Not for money, not for pride, but for himself, and the fact that he has a love for creating movies. And that's the answer. When George was creating Attack of the Clones, he wasn't thinking what the critics were going to say or how they were going to think. He just wanted to create what in his eyes was a good movie. So we have to realize that the things that we would call mistakes or even flaws, George would simply see as just things that don't matter. They're not important to making a great movie, or he just wanted them to be that way. With all these new movies and films, we've grown to see things a bit different. When we look at movies nowadays, we see stuff that we don't understand, we count them as mistakes. I believe that the perfect way to see Attack of the Clones as a true film George Lucas created is that we have to keep looking and understanding what the creator was making and thinking. And that's when we can understand that this movie cannot be good and bad, but this is one of the rare occasions that it all depends on how you see it. There is no right or wrong answer when it comes to this film and its creator. And that was today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed. By the way, make sure to subscribe and like this video, or I will put Ewok poop in your roasted porg.